May you find happiness and peace, and may your home stand the test of time.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary. Today I'll be reacting to Kirk shot down arrogant student who insults his intelligence. So without further ado, let's get started.
You dropped out of college, and your highest...
Community college.
Your Harper College experience, I apologize.
Barely was smart enough to make it through community college.
Okay, so...
Barely made it through high school,
your
too.
highest degree level is an honorary doctorate degree from Liberty University.
No, that's true. I do have an honorary PhD.
Yeah, so essentially, what are your qualifications for arguing that college is a scam, or really having any economical knowledge at all, when likely the vast majority of the students here know more than you about economics as a whole?
Okay, so, no, hold on. It's okay, guys. It's okay. Who's Milton Friedman?
Who's Milton Friedman? I have no idea, and it's not important to this conversation.
Who is Ludwig von Mises?
These are all probably economists, and they're the same
Who
thing.
is John Maynard Keynes?
Okay, obviously I know who Keynes is.
Oh, obviously, yeah.
He's the most famous economist of all time.
You don't know Milton Friedman?
I mean, that's an economist.
Okay, how about Murray Rothbard?
That's another economist.
F.A. Hayek?
I don't know who that is.
Well, then you just came here and insulted my intelligence. You're right, I barely made it through community college because I was too busy, I don't know, starting a national youth movement with hundreds of thousands of members.
Hey, hold on, though. Hold on.
Employing hundreds of people, raising hundreds of millions of dollars, having a top 10 most popular podcast, and reaching tens of millions of people online every day.
Sure,
but hold on.
But you're also calling all of your constituents idiots by saying they participate in a scam. Their shirt's right there.
I'm calling the institution a scam.
So then
I never
why,
insulted the intelligence. I just had
then,
10 people come up and we had warm conversations. So you asked, what are my qualifications? I'm a job creator, entrepreneur, autodidact. Do you know what that word means? Yeah, self-taught. You know, you should probably learn that word if you're going to come up and insult other people's intelligence. So autodidacticism is what Leonardo da Vinci was. You don't have to go to college to be wise. You don't have to go to college to be intelligent. I read 100 books a year. I visit over 150 colleges.
I'm not saying you're unintelligent. I'm just saying you lack qualifications.
Well, are you a New York Times bestseller?
Of course not. I'm in college.
Got it. So I'm just trying. What are my qualifications? I have published books, read lots of books, dialogued with a lot of people, and instead of asking what my qualifications are, can you name one thing I've ever said that, hold on, name one thing I'm wrong about.
You literally just now incorrectly cited the difference between socialism and communism. While you yourself...
How so? What did I do?
How so? You claimed that Russia was socialist. Russia was never socialist.
The Soviet Union was socialist.
No, it was a communist nation. There is a significant difference between the two.
Why did Lenin say that socialism is the gateway to communism, and he was self-described socialist in his private treatise and documents in the Russian Revolution?
Lenin was overtaken by Stalin.
Hold on a second. No, Lenin died, and then Stalin was his successor.
Yes.
So, but Lenin himself said, quote, that socialism is the introductory phase to communism. Did he not say that?
So then the vast majority of people, when they're referring to communist Russia, are referring to Stalin's rule over Russia. That was a communist rule that turned into a fascist rule later on.
Okay, so but what thinker was deified in Soviet Russia?
What thinker was deified?
Yes.
Marx.
Oh, and what book did Marx write?
Yes, he wrote Capital, and he also wrote the Communist Manifesto.
Who was his co-author?
Who was co-author?
Yeah, Engels. Good. I'm glad college is really paying off for you.
Hey.
So, but it's okay. It's fine. He comes up here and insults my intelligence. What are your qualifications? Doesn't even know the co-author of the Communist Manifesto or Das Kapital. But no, let me just...
But does my lack of knowledge on that mean that I have no knowledge? Again, is that the same thing? You came up here and
insulted me. And you came up here guns a-blazing, man. And let me just ask, again, what did I say that was wrong? I said that under the generally agreed upon definition of communism and socialism, which are interchangeable terms, one is a more harsh degree of the other, is that the elimination of the family, the elimination of private property, and the deprivation of basic human rights such as right to speech, right to assembly, and right to worship. How is that not a good definition of communism or socialism?
That explains fascism better.
Well, but in the Communist Manifesto, Marx said, quote, we are here to destroy the nuclear family and eradicate the family because it was the original oppressive, tyrannical structure. He said religion is the opiate of the masses and that private property must be eradicated. I have just now documented all three of those with evidence back to original source documents. And then in practice, Russia did all those three things when they were the Soviet Union. So where am I wrong?
But then at the same time, if you claim that those are all negative things, then why do you practice certain things in the doctrines that you just stated?
Well, I'm not trying to take people's stuff away. I want people to have bigger families, and I want churches to remain open.
Yeah, but the thing is
So how
your
do I
main
practice?
no, but your biggest thing, your biggest point that everyone here is for is that you're a potential white supremacist. So
What evidence do you have that I'm a racist?
I was just literally watching a video of you talking about whiteness as a whole, talking about whiteness as a concept, okay? And you were trying to explain how white privilege doesn't exist.
Correct, it doesn't.
You are a white man. How do you know?
Because I have eyes.
Because you have eyes. That's
And
not
I
a
have
description.
reason. So what can a black person do that I can't do in America? Or
What can a
vice
black
versa?
person do?
What can I
So,
do a black person can't do, I should
Let's
say?
think of some history right here. Let's go through
No,
the history of redlining.
I don't need a history. I don't need
Yes,
listen. No, you're talking about
you
white
do
privilege.
need a history lining. Clearly, you need a history
I know your
lesson.
talking points better than you do, and I've read all the literature that you have. I've probably forgotten more about the literature.
History affects the present day as well, and you know that's true. If you went to college, you would know.
Well, hold on a second, but let me.
So then why are you wearing the college of scam shirt? Drop out.
Well, because you could.
So it's because you don't believe your own beliefs, and that's what I'm saying.
you can admit something's a scam and still get through it. That's why he's wearing it. Okay.
Why?
You could feel like you're getting ripped off by an airline
But
and still
anyways,
want to get to
that's
New York.
not what we're talking
okay?
about anymore.
Like you're like, I'm getting ripped off by a $1,000 ticket, but you still get on the airplane. Like it doesn't make you a hypocrite. It means that the people are ripping you off, and a lot of you are getting ripped off. But no. So as far as white privilege, just without the history lesson of Jim Crow, segregation, imperialism, colonialism, slavery, all the stuff that I know that you're going to say, but just concretely in America today, what can a white person do that a black person can't do?
Black applicants to jobs are 50% less likely to get jobs if they have a black-sounding name.
That's not even close to being true. That's not even close to being true.
Wow.
That is a literal.
In fact, it's the
yes,
opposite.
I'm not going to argue your lived experience. I'm not going to. No.
See, now you have to listen to him under your rules
Of
because
course.
a black person is going to say you're wrong.
I am. He can say I'm wrong. I know.
Come on up to the mic.
I know. I read your.
My name's Keemon Dixon. I have a really black name. Please
No.
tell me how 50% of my internships have been denied when I've worked for Senator Mike Lee, Mayor Trent Sachs, Speaker Mike Schultz.
Hold on.
I've worked for a Congressman, Burgess Owens. I've actually worked on his campaign. I've worked on the campaigns of John Huntsman Jr. Please tell me how my black experience and my black name has not given me shit. Go ahead.
So.
I think I love the ending part. The video was getting a bit heated, but I love the fact that the black guy came in there and he told him that yes, at least I've applied for different things and I've gotten them, and I've worked with different senators, and he has done internship with different people, and I feel like that is what Charlie is trying to preach. Charlie is trying to let you know that so long as you are qualified or you've shown interest and you're going to get a job, you're not going to, they're not going to judge you simply because of the color of your skin and feel like, oh, because you're black, I'm not going to give it to you. It's going to affect me. No, it's American. You have free speech. You have freedom to do whatever you want to do so long as you're qualified for it. And I think that's what Charlie have been trying to preach. And you see, I think the guy is also a college student, and I don't think he's making use of his college degree because I think he's still a student to do all this. It's obviously a sign that, you don't need college to do so many things in life. So long as you have, you have the idea or you know how to do it, you'll be employed. That is why even after your college degree, they don't just take you to an organization and you start working. They have to put you through on what you need to do, your everyday tax. That is it. You don't just go there and let's say they taught you this in school and start writing it down. No, they have to let you know, okay, you graduate today, so you have idea of how this and this and this operates. So this is what you're going to do from today. You do this, you do this, you do this. And that is how the job market out there is. No one is going to give you something without, explaining the process for you or what you need to do. And, especially this, what's it called? Courses like banking, accounting, and all this. Now, the theory you have been taught in school, you don't use let's say 80% of them after school because everything is already, inbuilt in the system. They just give you a software. Okay, this is what the software you use to do this and this and this. Do your what's it called, balance sheets, your every other thing. This is the software you need. So the manual method and everything they've taught you is just for you to have the idea of how it operates. You see, and I think every other person can do that, especially what's it called, let's say bookkeeping. You just need your system and the work through, okay, do this and do this, use this Excel, use this software, use this, and you're good to go. That is how people have been, like that is how it has been working, even if you don't need that college, what is it called, college qualification. But I know in some aspects you need it, like being a surgeon, being a doctor, being a nurse, being an engineer, you need that certificate, to prove that, yes, you have the idea of what you're doing, because you can't come to an organization that you need, let's say, a job as an engineer, and you have no idea of, what concrete means, or what cement means, or what iron rod means. You see, you have to have these ideas and how, all those things are being used. So there are so many things that boil down to that determine what you need and what you don't need the college certificate, certificate for. But anyway, this is a beautiful one. I enjoyed the dialogue, and I enjoyed the fact that the guy was trying to just air his view, talk about communism and so many other things, and the fact that the black guy justify, or he proved Charlie right, that you don't need to be a black person, or to get what you deserve, or you don't need to be a white person to get what you deserve. So long as you're qualified for it, it's definitely going to come to you. And I wish this video can be played throughout whenever Charlie made mention of this, because it's like people are doubting. People feel like because you are white, you have this white privilege, and that is totally wrong, because I've seen a whole lot of people come out in their numbers and say, okay, they've benefited from, like they've had, like they've gotten job, even, or different things. They've been able to do several things, even with their skin color. You don't they don't judge them by that. They just ask you questions. As far as you're qualified enough to do it, you are being given the opportunity, and that is what we need to look out for, because beyond the skin color, we are all human. So let's look at ourselves as human first before we look at ourselves by the color of our skin. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section. If it is your first time visiting the channel, click on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and remain blessed.